Hi, welcome to the launch party for the Clean Tech Chronicles magazine and the WE3 Innovator Awards. 2021 has been a year of extreme newsworthy weather events and an escalation of trends that directly affect utility operations and the lives of the public that depend on them. So utilities are adopting clean tech solutions and strategies to address the greatest challenges to reliability in the water and energy sector, which include climate change, digital transformation, and increasing customer expectations. So the Clean Tech Chronicles is a digital magazine compilation of insights, strategies, and stories plucked from our conversations with 20 global industry innovators interviewed on the WE3Live Clean Tech Innovation Series. And it's my pleasure to introduce Deepak Garg, the CEO and founder of Smart Energy Water, and Jason Rodriguez, the president of Z Prime.
Thank you, Laurel. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. We're excited to launch the Clean Tech Chronicle magazine and really launch the announcement of the WE3 Award winners. Deepak, always great to be back with you. How are you doing today?
Doing good, doing good. Great 4th of July weekend, seeing a lot of smiling face across California, and I know it's happening across the globe. We are coming out of the pandemic. Great to see a lot of people are getting vaccinated and they are open. And great to see you, both of you, Laurel and Jason. Looking forward for this session.
For sure, thank you. It's been a long journey, as you know. Laurel touched on this. We talked with 20 global innovators this year, got to hear a lot of amazing stories, a lot of great projects being worked on from a variety of speakers. But before kind of getting into some of that, I want to take this time to ask a few questions we didn't get to ask you over this series, and I thought it'd be a great way to open this, just to share some ideas from yourself around energy. So one of the big questions, obviously, we asked a lot of the speakers that we'd like to know from you, Deepak, is did energy find you, or did you find energy?
See, I've been asking this question from all my speakers during this session, and I love that. I didn't know that it's going to come back to me. No, but yeah, just want to share with you. Energy find me because I started my career as a software engineer for a product company which was developing the product for the energy company. And this energy and water always been next to my heart by looking what's going on. So yes, so it was energy found me into, and I fall in love with that industry and just continue.
Fantastic. So the next one, that's always a great one that gets a lot of laughs, but would love to hear, what advice would you give to a younger Deepak?
I can tell, I think I do tell to a lot of people who are around me, it's come out, it's whatever you do, don't feel that that's a work, feel this is what define you. So just love what you do and do with a full passion and commitment. That's all it is.
Fantastic. And this one, I don't know if this is a fair one, because I think you're definitely someone who embraces the crazy ideas, but of several items out there, is there one or two things that you believe that other people may think is crazy?
Believe it or not, it was my starting point itself. A lot of people thought I'm crazy starting a company which is going to be connecting first the customer to the utilities, as a customer experience platform and mobile workforce platform. And when I used to talk about it's 1 million people we want to connect to the utilities, and then I change. We are in target. Our goal and mission is to connect 7.9 billion people to the energy and water ecosystem. People think it's crazy, but I can tell you, I think that's a most wonderful thing is every complex or every big disruption happen where by anybody, from we take it from Bill Gates to all the way to today we talk about Elon Musk. It's all about the craziness we all need to have it. You have a craziness to take and educate everybody around, about the energy, water, and for us as a tech company, it was crazy to connect everybody thought, it's going to be very crazy. We are crazy connecting 7.6 billion people. And that's the fun part. People still think we are crazy about it.
Yep. And so last one before we jump into a little bit more context. So what would you put on a billboard for the world to see today?
I think it's come out during my conversation during the V3 only. I will want to put that I want to put that on the billboard. We cannot live without water, and we cannot innovate without power. And I will add one more hashtag into it. We need to love our utilities. That's all. That's a V3, conversation came out of nothing, and because it was a heart and brain connected, I just love that to put these three. We cannot live without water, we cannot innovate without power, and then put it in the middle. We love our utilities. We truly love our utilities. They do a lot of great work every day.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, I can't echo that enough in terms of the work they're doing, especially now where you have hurricanes in Florida and that coast there, and then you have the wildfires, and those are extreme. The utilities have a tremendous job ahead of them, 24/7, and it literally drives everything that we do, and we're very thankful to be working with so many great partners, not just in the work that we do, but also with this series. So turning the conversation about WE3. And just for context, for those that don't know, this going into WE3, we launched the first one in person in 2019, but the idea started actually in 2018. And we've been able to innovate and do a lot even through COVID. But Deepak and I had a conversation probably in the summer of 2018. But Deepak, a lot of this sparked from a lot of the work you've done in the industry change, but why would you say that the timing was right to start the WE3 movement?
No, I think Jason, we had this conversation. You remember, ourselves. We always talked about it, but I think we were not able to, as industry, we were not able to connect the dots, because when we think about water power, which is energy and water for good reasons, people think it's two different industries. While this is very deep nexus between two. Water cannot flow and cannot distribute without power, and the power is a backbone for all the good reasons what we all look into it. So I think for us, being as a tech company, focus on this in the energy and water industry, have regulators, government, tech, and industry, how you ensure that everybody have a same one platform where they can all share the ideas, they can put their inputs, so that we can not only learn from those inputs, but we can articulate and plan for our roadmap for future. Because we know that today and tomorrow, the dependency on water, power, and gas on this industry is going to only go up. This is going to be, if the problem is very complex today, is only going to be more complex in context of energy and water. And now we're talking about the climate too. So the clean tech is not a tech only to make it the atmosphere clean. It's a most important asset. The commodity of energy and commodity of water, these are the two important human rights. We can't, like, everybody is consuming water. We put this as a slogan, but end of the day, we cannot. So I think when we talk about that, how we can take it, this is a global, so that people start thinking energy and water together. And I really want to thank you, Jason, first of all, listening my idea and making your idea and our idea, and working together and making a great success. I still remember, for good reason, when we did in Bay Area, the Palo Alto, that is the beautiful in-person meeting, and everybody was excited. Everybody wants to be part of that. I know that we were talking about how we're going to put a lot of sessions, is because we have a more speaker and sessions than what we plan for it. I think it was amazing. And I think there is a great leadership from Z Prime, made this V3 successful, not just because as an event, but truly making the essence of what we talked about it, the E3 model of the educating, empowering, and engaging everybody, from this industry, everybody from the tech, everybody around the government. I'll just love that. Thank you for, generally we don't say thank you to the people, the hardworking team members. I just want to thank you for you and your leadership and your team. And, it's really worked out pretty good.
Thank you. Yeah, I think much appreciated. Definitely, you're right that it's definitely take both teams to buy into a bigger concept to make this happen, both on the smart energy water side. Our partners and the Z Prime staff have all worked so hard, not just to put the first one on, build the concept, build the messaging, build the platform, and then transfer it over to now into the WE3 series, as you mentioned earlier, weekly. We contemplated, can we do this? And our teams decided, hey, let's go ahead and make this a success. Laurel, big shout out to Laurel, Michelle and Paridi and team across the teams who have worked so hard behind the scenes to really enable us to have these conversations with different thought leaders there. So yeah, just talking about the series a little bit, one of the things we're trying to accomplish there is what we found is, as Deepak mentioned, the more on the Z Prime side, we learned about the nexus between the water utilities and energy utilities. We did see a lot of commonalities, but we also saw a big gap in information sharing. And a lot of, so with the gaps in information sharing comes problems that are probably being solved on one side that can help the other if they're just talking to each other. So we really took that upon us to say, hey, with this series, let's continue this conversation. Let's continue to put the ideas out there, continue to introduce new partners into these ecosystems. And thankfully, 20 episodes later, we were able to accomplish that. And that's just the beginning. As Deepak said, there's continuously so many folks who now want to get involved in this conversation because this is a global problem. Obviously, the US, we have our own infrastructure issues that we're trying to deal with, but globally, when you talk about an expanding population across some of the developing countries, we really have some major issues to address. But what you constantly find through this series is just passionate people, as I think Deepak clearly symbolizes that there's willingness to actually make this happen. We just need the help from all the stakeholders to kind of remove these different roadblocks to get there. So that was the essence of the series, and we're very excited and that's led to the magazine, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. So Deepak, I wanted to now move into again, we talked to 20 speakers. Would love to hear one or two of your key takeaways from some of those speakers that really resonated with you from the WE3Live series.
No, I think Jason, I want to put 2-3 things before the takeaway. I think I heard from everybody who watched it, who participate in this series, or they listen after the series was done as recorded one, they all loved it. They said this is the first time they are listening most in very informative, educated, an education-based, information-based, right, knowledge-based series, was very focused. We definitely had a 30 minutes, but that rather than have a big quantity, we had a great quality on the contents. Even the speakers were very happy. The questions were very pointed for a lot of people to learn, to decide what they need to do today and tomorrow. And I think that actually for me was a takeaway, because I also learned a lot during the session I was in. I will definitely learn a lot during the conversation with the industry leaders. But at the same time, the sessions you did and other people did it, when I listen, I love that, because, knowing from industry leaders what they're thinking today and tomorrow, about the digital transformation. I know it is very big buzzword after COVID, everybody's talking about it, but truly what's the mean of digital transformation for the utility? Doesn't matter you are IOU, doesn't matter you are municipality, doesn't matter you are energy retailer. What's that mean to do it today? When you are talking about this pandemic, don't need to rush too many things, but don't need to wait for so many things. What really customers should be getting in their hands, so at least they can do actual digital transaction with the utilities. And I think I heard Linda, I heard Paul, I heard a lot of industry leaders about what they're doing. And then this relationship, when you are no more in front of your customer, you are really have a very less staff to answer the calls the traditional way. What do you do to take the same relationship to the next level and give the comfort feeling to the customer? So that relationship was really good. And I love that, when Smart was talking about, how they are taking, and Paul talked about his net zero 2030 plan, but that plan cannot be achieved without communities being part of that, without customer being part of that. How you pretty much weave in every customer centric mindset, community centric mindset, education mindset, knowledge mindset on that. And again, the clean energy transition. I think we know that this is the reality. I know that we were talking about it in 2020. Now, with the global, I should say, the political mindset about what we're talking about, the clean energy, when we're talking about the e-mobility, it's in the full force. The utilities are and the customers are in the center. How all the incoming sessions, I know that I don't want to take away that from Laura and you. I know that all those new sessions will be very, very informative, very, very educative, because we feel that we all need to learn and we need to all get, and we talked about this, Jason 101, we are the lifetime student, we are not trying to teach anybody anything. We are sharing the information. We want to learn from each other. And I'm just excited, believe it or not, I'm just excited like it's a Netflix or somewhere, it's a big, series or season started and we are getting the next session coming in, next version. And I'm looking forward. And I heard the same thing from industry leader. They're looking forward for the next sessions.
Yeah. Just to piggyback off that, yeah, you're right. I think digital transformation, but this bigger clean energy transition conversation that's taking into account, equity, environmental justice, climate change. Those are now at the board and executive level, and we're excited to see those programs continue to work with utilities as they implement them in their communities, to really address these issues that have been out there for a long time that are now at the forefront. And now I think what WE3 allows is not just to talk about them, but hopefully introduce some new partnerships that will enable us to bring solutions to the table for those issues. So with that, I do appreciate everyone listening. Now we're very excited to make our awards announcement here. And with that, I want to queue up Chris Holt on our team to announce the award winners with a special video. Chris, over to you.
Thank you, Chris, for the great video. I want to congrats all the winners, and I'm very excited. I will pick up the two winners randomly, and then I will have Jason talk about other three winners. I'm very, very congratulations, Paul, for your Sustainable Utility Award from Smart. Very, very happy. Love your vision for 2030 net zero. All Smart team members who are behind your vision. So first of all, congratulations, Paul, for that great award. And second, I want to pick it up, Linda from Alliant for customer centricity. I can't tell more about Linda, how much she focused about the customer, how she get excited about making the customer, completely on the top of the center of the strategy for the Alliant Energy. So congratulations, Linda, for all your leadership in Alliant for being customer centric, being the key leader in the industry for digital transformation for the customer. Go ahead, Jason, you can share the other three winners,
Sure. Thank you. Yeah, congratulations out to Zinc 8 Energy and Ron McDonald and his whole team for the Energy Tech Innovator Award this year. Doing long-term storage. Storage is going to continue to play a part of the energy transition, but that long duration storage, particularly the project with the New York Power Authority, really set them apart. And we're big fans and want to continue to see them do more work, especially as storage begins to be a bigger part of the solution sets we have out there to address climate change. And on one point, the next one goes for digital transformation. Congratulations to Mark Montgomery and the Bridgewater Consulting Group, working with several major utilities across the U.S., doing great work in what's become a very essential tool and strategy for utilities to move forward, especially in the post-COVID world, as Deepak pointed out as one of those key findings that we found throughout the series. So congratulations to the Bridgewater Consulting Group team. And last, we're really excited for the Clean Tech Startup Award goes to Ravi Sajwan of Hans Premium Water, doing some just really innovative, groundbreaking work in terms of solving the key crisis of water and how you get clean water, and how can you do that affordably, and just a great work to all the teams. But congratulations to all the winners on behalf of Z Prime and Smart Energy Water. Congratulations all of them. And folks, please reach out to those winners. Their teams have been working hard, and obviously all those who applied. Several great candidates out there. We were really excited as we announced these awards for the first time to get so many really interesting and exciting companies and projects that were being worked on. And so with that, the final thing we really would love to cover here, really excited to, is the launch of our Clean Tech Chronicles magazine. I want to hand it over to Laurel, who can tell you a little bit about that and share some of the things you'll find in there. Laurel.
Thank you, Jason, Deepak. WE3 is one of the first global platforms that unites innovators specifically around water and energy. So on our weekly WE3 Clean Tech series, as they were discussing this year, I like to call it our talk show because it's a weekly conversation between Deepak or Jason and an industry leader. We've had so many valuable live conversations with over 20 global innovators in the water and energy utility space. So we decided that we should comb through these hours of interviews and pluck the key insights, stories, and advice to form the magazine, the Clean Tech Chronicles. I see the magazine as an additional medium for people to extract value from the conversations we have at WE3. And the Clean Tech Chronicles magazine has advice from industry leaders, regulators, utilities, and tech companies talking about what they're doing today and tomorrow. Additionally, for those in the industry who are behind and just started to consider adopting clean tech solutions, they give advice for where people should start and how they can start today. One last fun component in the magazine is we've compiled some of the icebreaker questions we've been asking on our series. One of my favorites is what they believe that other people think might be crazy. So crazy visions for the future. Two speakers believe that one day there will be no grid. So that's a little bit crazy. And you can read more about this in the Clean Tech Chronicles magazine for free at the link that we've posted in the chat or on the Z Prime website. Oh, and one final thing is we have the WE3 Summit that will be in person in LA in December. So be sure to check that out.
Thank you so much, Laurel. And thank you to all the teams and all the great speakers who have made this, the Clean Tech Chronicle out there. It's an amazing read. Please check it out, share it, tell your colleagues about it. We'll want to continue this. And also the award winners are featured in there this year. So on behalf of everyone at Z Prime, I want to say thank you to everyone who joined us over the past 20 episodes, and big shout outs to the SCW and Z Prime team who've worked behind the scenes so hard with speakers, scheduling, and promoting. It's definitely been our own journey on the back end. And Deepak, thank you for being a great partner and helping us champion this initiative. Thank you so much for everyone for joining us.
Thank you, Jason. I'm looking forward to the LA in person, crossing the finger. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
We'll see you guys. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Take care.